I'm ready though.
Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown. I am the governor of college football, and with me, as always, is my co-pilot Jalen Wilson. Kicking off this episode with some WYRs. My guy Jalen, better known as Would You Rather. Jalen, go ahead and take it away.
Well, KT, would you rather have 2021? 2021 Georgia or this previous season's Michigan total team?
Total team 2021 Georgia or this past
That's
season
Stetson
Michigan.
Bennett. That's first
Mhm.
Kirby Smart's first championship. That's Nicole Dean, Jalen Carter, Jordan
20,
Davis.
yeah, 2020. Come on, that team was talented, bro. 20,
It
20
was.
yeah, 2021 Georgia, bro.
It was. I'm taking last year Michigan, honestly.
Okay. Why?
Defense and all.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think Michigan's defense was better last year than the 2021 Georgia. Like, like being dead serious. Like, I know the Georgia defense was stacked. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nicole Dean. They have freshmen. I think he's a redshirt freshman. What's the old dude name? Cornerback draft. He got kicked by Marvin Harrison and the stock went down like 2 rounds. Went to the Eagles.
I know
what
what
I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah. I cannot think of his name. I actually use him as a free safety in Madden.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because it was him. It was him on one side,
better, especially the defense. I think
it was Stokes. It was Stokes on the other side, but the defense, Michigan defense, is not better though, bro. It's not better.
I think it is, bro.
Think about how many.
I think
think about how many players.
The Michigan secondary is way better.
Think about how many consecutive years like Georgia just sent pass rushers to the NFL, bro, and people at the secondary level as well. There's no way.
That's good.
I got D now in the building.
The biggest separator. To me, that secondary has to be the biggest separator for me.
No.
I think Michigan's pass rushers is closer to Georgia's pass rushers, rather than like Georgia.
You got to look at it from an offensive perspective too. Like the running back room for Michigan, I think is way better.
Yeah.
I actually think
I think the wide receivers are better.
I'm a Stetson Bennett guy too. Yeah, but JJ is better. But that defense,
I think Stetson Bennett is better for college. Like Stetson Bennett has more balls to the walls play. Like, like I'm gonna drop my nuts and let him play. So, like JJ McCarthy, he has those plays, and the problem is, I feel like lots of those plays end up being a mistake. He has more bad moments than Stetson Bennett when it comes to like.
So, as a coach, you would rather coach. And granted, let's be abundantly clear. I picked Michigan to win it all last year. In 2021, I did not pick UGA to win it all. So this is just purely in hindsight. I'm taking that Georgia team.
Coaching staff was Harbaugh, Sharon Moore. Who's defensive coordinator for Michigan last year? Who was defensive coordinator? Forgetting. I know Georgia's was Kirby Smart, of course, head coach. DC was, of course, Dan Lanning.
I love it. And we're definitely going to get into that topic. So make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. It's a question that's coming up later on in the show. We're going to talk about the best football movies of all time.
Okay. Next one is, because I ain't trying to be too long with it. Would you rather, as far as like walkout environment, would you rather be at FSU Stadium or Virginia Tech Stadium? And you got the FSU, you got the Virginia Tech Enter the Sandman. Which one would you rather walk out?
Full disclosure, I haven't been to Doak Campbell, but there's no atmosphere I'm picking over Virginia Tech. Sorry. It's not happening. Like I said, when you're there, it's unexplainable, bro. It's the only way I can explain it is like a drug, bro, and it's crazy. Like you lose yourself. It's like your favorite artist, Lil Durk, right? So imagine being in Chicago for a Lil Durk concert. He's coming back home, right? And he performs like, let's say you handpicked the playlist you want him to play.
Yeah.
That's what it's like being at Virginia Tech. That's exactly what it's like for you.
See, I didn't know when I first, because I'm like a top ranked FSU team, you know, they're coming out, the you know, they doing this, they making the sound, the war chant.
You got the war chant, right?
I'm like,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, come on. I mean, think about it, man. Especially like some of these teams in the 90s, bro. You know what I'm saying? That atmosphere had to be electric, but I have not been there. I've only witnessed it on TV. I've been to Virginia Tech, and like I said, it was one of those things. You know how some people, when they pass away for a moment and come back to life, they see themselves like they're looking at themselves. That's the only one of the few ways I can explain. Like I can see myself when I'm in, you know what I'm saying, when I'm in Lane Stadium, dog. It's incredible. The atmosphere is incredible.
Okay. Start your program. Would you rather have Brett Bielema or Matt Rule? I'm not gonna answer because you probably know my answer.
To start a program.
Yes, to start.
So is this program any good? Is it like a, you know, it's a middle of the road program? Is this a rebuild? What type of program is this? What were our previous seasons?
It's a middle of the road program.
It's a middle of the road program.
Like,
so got
it's like that program. Hey, they got 8 and 4 seasons. They got 5 and 7 seasons. They might have a 2-win season once, twice, maybe every decade. But then, you know, they got like 6 wins, 5 wins. You know, they kind of flip flop between bowl games and non-bowl games. And they might have that one year where they're really good.
Because I believe that in this era of college football, that Matt Rule could probably squeeze out a little bit more resources than Bielema would be able to. I will start off with Matt Rule, but it's only because I think he'll be able to utilize resources just a little bit better.
Okay.
Who are you with? You're Bielema?
Yeah, I probably were with Bielema.
Okay.
I was like track record. I was like track record go with the Bielema, of course. Wisconsin, you know, Rose Bowl and all. Yeah, sure. But he did start out on second or third base at Wisconsin. Like,
yeah. It wasn't anything he had.
Yeah, it wasn't anything had really had to be rebuilt, but he did have he did help Arkansas like come back to like relevancy.
Where are you at with Bielema as it pertains to this Illinois rebuild? Because I feel like you're a little bit more gracious with him than you were with Lovie Smith. Now, granted, he's been able to get some athletes via the
and we've had better seasons under him than Lovie Smith. Like Lovie Smith, you got to think Lovie Smith first year was 3-9, second year was 2-10, third year was 4-8.
I feel like with Lovie though, like, and granted, these teams are more talented than the teams that Lovie Smith had. I feel like with Lovie Smith though, it's like, yo,
I don't agree with that. At least fully. Lovie was recruiting some talent, KT. Lovie was recruiting. It was developing and coaching that was the problem.
Yeah, development for sure. I mean, because we seen the 1 year turnaround in Houston, you know, with the Texans. Yeah. We get that part, but I don't know, bro. I feel like I'd be like, man, you like the way you view Lovie, like it's like
because all the guys that Brett Bielema, remember that 9-win season we had under Brett Bielema, or 8-win season, Devon Witherspoon, Johnny Newton, Keith Randolph, Sidney Brown. We had Kirby Joseph the year before. We had Nate Hobbs.
But Bielema was comfortable winning ugly games though.
But all those guys were Lovie guys.
Right.
Like, they were all recruited by Lovie. Like, Lovie could find talent. He couldn't coach it in college to save his life.
I feel like when you look at Lovie Smith, like Lovie Smith can tie his shoes the exact same way that Brett Bielema ties his shoes. Like, look at Brett Bielema, man. He's so inspirational, though. You see how he ties his shoes, though? I'm like, yo, Lovie tied them the same way, bro. I just feel like that's how you look at Lovie Smith, though.
No, Lovie was definitely
but I like that question. I like that question.
To be honest, if I had a choice, I wish I could have Lovie as a recruiter instead of like just if no coaching involved, recruiter straight up.
Just like an ambassador to to help people get the champagne.
Like fun fact, he was the only coach Power 5 level to offer what's Toledo's guy cornerback just win the first round.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell. He was the only Power 5 coach. We was the only Power 5 team to offer him, and Lovey was the head coach. Like Lovey was able to find talent that was low 3-star. He just couldn't coach to freaking save his life, and it wasn't because I'm not incredibly happy with Bielema. I'm still skeptical. The only thing is, Bielema has shown me that hey, we're not gonna get 60 points dropped on our head we're gonna 4 times within a season.
No, I mean Bielema is going to play Bielema ball. Like you know, you're going to play sound defensively. The offensive linemen are going to pick up their assignments. It's not going to be a lot of missed assignments. If you're going to beat this team, you're going to have to beat them a lot. You know, Illinois is not going to beat themselves mentally, and I think that's why a lot of times you guys have been in games. Like think about that game. What was it in 2022 when you all beat Penn State? It was ugly.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was 2020.
Yeah, or was that 2021? Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah. So it was ugly style of ball, but like I say, so that's a good question though. That's a good question. I feel like Matt Rule has these really good like middle years, but the beginning and end you just don't want no part. You don't want no part of that story. But just like I expect him to have a good year in Lincoln this year. I really do.
Yeah, I just
who will have a better finish this year?
Although I'm be honest,
Nebraska or Illinois.
I feel like that's a toss-up, honestly. I feel like both can do the same. Yeah. Like, that's a toss-up. And honestly, Matt Rule's in the same position as Bielema was going into the second year, where it's like, okay, like, we don't know really what to expect too much, but we know you got talent on your team. You went 5-7 last year like Bielema did. Their team was competitive. They just wasn't good enough. And now you're stepping into that second season with higher hopes and everything, and now you got to make that bowl push. Right. So it's kind of stepping in like the same expectations. Now it's a little bit higher because you're at Nebraska compared to Illinois. If we was 6-6, beating them second year, we would be just fine. But instead, we won 8 games surprisingly, and we were ranked.
Right.
Like we had a first round corner that was top 5.
Yeah. Who's a dog, by the way?
Yeah, I love Devon Witherspoon. Yeah. I don't know. Although, hey, if Bielema defense looks crappy like it did last year, I ain't gonna lie. Treat them the same way as Lovey did. I just can't gone.
You gonna send them packing. Who's a replacement? Who's a replacement that you would like?
I don't know. Honestly, I would like.
There's a guy in Lynchburg, Virginia, who I think would be a sound replacement.
I mean, there's a guy at Texas State I would like to.
Yeah, I'm sure you like that guy that's in Texas State more than this guy that I have in Lynchburg. A guy that's also had success in Conway, South Carolina as well.
Yeah, probably not.
South Carolina. Okay,
probably not. It's just I don't know. It all depends. Last one though. Would you rather relive Alabama's dynasty run, or would you rather relive the U?
Okay,
so whether that's the 80s or the 2000s,
this is an unfair question. It's an unfair question for a couple of reasons. Alrighty, so most of my adulthood until I've gotten into a position that I'm in now, I've always had to work weekends, right? But now I've refused to work Saturdays. I don't care where I work at. The first thing, I'm not working Saturdays. I work Sundays. Monday, I work I refuse to work Saturday now. So part of Alabama's run, I missed.
Yeah, you missed.
I missed some of it. You know, like now, I probably watch, and then you think about the games that I rewatch. I probably watch over 200, 300 games a year of college football now. Versus then, it was like SportsCenter highlights or YouTube highlights. So it's an unfair question. But when Miami, the early 2000s Miami, when the U was a U, I probably seen almost every game, you know. And I even seen it right before when they had like Edgerrin James. They had a quarterback by the name of Kevin Kelly, who was dynamic, you know, running the rock. I was able to see that transition back to the U being the U as well. So it's definitely the U, but it's unfair because I miss some of, you know, just working Saturdays. I've always worked Saturdays until these last recent years where I refuse to work Saturdays now.
Yeah.
For you, I know it's Bama for sure, though.
Yeah. It's like I enjoyed that Bama dynasty run. Honestly, so I would love to go back and watch Miami's run, even though I hate some of their fans. Like, I promise you I do.
I can get that. It's a couple of fan bases that Illinois don't get, and some of them are just completely like.
Oh no, it's the fact that it's not Illinois. It's the fact that they think the 01 Miami team is like the best of all time. That team is highly.
Yo, what is that weird fan base you all don't get along with and you barely play them? It's a fan. I remember because this was during like Illinois basketball. You like, nah, we don't rock with them. I forgot who it is, and I know you'll probably figure it out after the show.
Man, that's a lot of teams.
Yeah.
That's a lot of teams.
It's not a Big Ten team, though. I promise you, it's not a Big Ten team.
Could be Mizzou, but we play Mizzou a lot in basketball.
Right. And them guys that should be an annual game. I forgot the name of the game actually, but it's not
the arch rivalry.
Yeah, but it's not Mizzou though, because Mizzou is understandable. You guys, Champaign and St. Louis boys.
So we played them like the year we had Io and Kofi.
Yeah, you did. You did, because that was the year I was following Illinois basketball.
Okay.
And it was a random fan base, because you remember you had me in the Illinois group chat. I'm like, yeah. And y'all just leaning on the fan base. I forgot what it was, bro.
It wasn't Michigan.
No, it wasn't I promise you it wasn't a Big Ten. It was the most random thing. It's like I'm an AFC. Like I'm
gonna have to go and check, but we can move on to rapid fire questions.
All right. So let's get on to rapid fire questions. We're gonna put Jalen on a hot seat, man. Biggest hill you're willing to die on as it pertains to the upcoming college football season. And I know you got one that's about to piss me off, bro. Go ahead.
It could be a couple.
Go ahead, because I know you're about to piss me off, dog. Like, I know you're about to piss me off, bro. Go ahead.
Drew Aller, top 3 quarterback. Drew Aller, best quarterback in the Big Ten.
Hold on, that's the hill you willing to die on?
Yeah.
Drew Aller is a top 3 quarterback, so he'll be a top 3 quarterback in a 2025 NFL draft?
No, I don't think he'll be a top 3 quarterback in the draft.
You just think he'll be a top 3 quarterback in the college football season this year?
Yeah.
He won't put up better stats than Kyle McCord. You laughing, I'm serious. He might not put up better stats than Joey Aguilar from Appalachian State. Oh, I mean that.
I mean, competition matters also in that conversation.
Yeah, App State played some good teams this year.
Yeah, but
they play Clemson.
They played the Big Ten.
Yeah, they do. They 100% do. But Appalachian State play Liberty. They play JMU. They play Clemson this year.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle McCord's okay, I guess. I mean, I think Kyle McCord held Ohio State back last year, but.
What did you just say, dog?
Yes.
Kyle McCord held Ohio State back, or Ohio State's inability to pick either Kyle McCord or Devin Brown. Like, you don't remember leading up to fall camp at the end of fall camp?
I do. Devin Brown.
Devin Brown became Devin Brown
almost starter.
He almost started. So imagine you got this team, and this illustrious team, but you don't even know if your coaches rock with you. How you gonna play, bro? I guarantee he lights it up at Syracuse this year. I can't wait till I'm right about Syracuse, bro. I cannot wait till I'm right about Syracuse, bro. They don't play Louisville this year. They don't play Florida State this year. They don't play Clemson this year. I can't. That's the hill that I'm willing to die on. And also, go ahead, because I know you about to say something about Ole Miss.
Yeah, Kyle McCord. Kyle McCord. Like, I mean, I still got that take on Twitter that if they had Quinn Ewers over Kyle McCord, Ohio State's without a doubt the champion. They beat Michigan. They win the college football playoff semifinal, and they win the national title.
He's gonna be there to play all them games
with ease. Yes,
they're not gonna lose any games.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So we saw Devin Brown last year. We saw him in a bowl game last year. So you 100% confident if Quinn Ewers, just like he got hurt last year, and Malik Murphy had to come in and play a team like Kansas State, and he almost lost that game, bro. You're confident that Devin Brown was going to be able to come in and get a victory?
I mean, he was just out, one game? Where was he out to?
That's a good question.
He was out to Kansas.
It was the Kansas State game, and I believe
it was BYU, right? He was out
it was for sure Kansas State. Yeah. I think you're right. So you're confident in him winning a game and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. So Quinn Ewers was at Ohio State last year. Ohio State is national champions.
Yes, I'm like super confident in that case. I'm like super,
But with the field that was there, so even if Georgia was in the playoff, you're still confident that Ohio State would have been national champions last year.
yes, I'm confident Ohio State beats Alabama comfortably. I'm confident Ohio State beats Washington comfortably.
Okay.
Like they beat Michigan by like a touchdown or more.
So Drew Aller, Drew, you always say his name, Drew Aller. You will. So that's the hill you're willing to die on.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I think Nino is with you there too, because he showed me this picture and it was a lot like my opinion on the Josh Allen versus Jay Herbo conversation, and the picture was showing like JJ McCarthy as this magnificent person, and then just showing like Drew Aller as like a complete bum, like a bust.
Drew Aller is just so held back by Penn State. It's not going. It's not going. Like I'm gonna die on the hill, and I'm gonna end up dying. Like I'm not gonna survive.
Right.
Penn State just sucks.
Okay.
Their wide receivers suck. Okay. I don't care if they do here.
Okay.
Yeah,
but not you can tell. You can tell though. You can he's talented. I'm not saying that he's talented, but I'm not sure if the system is set up for him to flourish like other more quarterback friendly systems.
I honestly think he's the best quarterback since what's the name Hackenberg, right?
Yeah, Christian Hackenberg. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I think he's better than McSorley. I think he's better than Clifford.
Hold on, not McSorley, bro. What's how the song go?
I ain't even trying. Hey. This is here for Briarwood. I win number 9.
That's funny.
Another hill. P. Golden will prove himself to be a fraud.
Oh wow!
And he will get Ole Miss defense cooked not all season, but when they get to SEC play, they will get cooked.
That's funny, dog.
They might win 9 games. We got that bet, but they will. But the defense will get cooked. What's another one? Miami going 75.
I definitely know that's a hill you wanted to go about. Miami going 75.
Yeah, shout out Chris Ball.
You took a moment to comment, bro. Go kick
he
rocks,
also can't understand every question either. Were you reading the super chat, KT?
Yeah. Somebody just said something though. Continue.
Another hill. You know what? Illinois will finish closer to Miami's record than Miami will to Ole Miss's record.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Is there any other hill I'm willing to die on? Trying to think. And honestly, I can't think of any more I really got. Florida State will have at least 3 losses this season.
Okay. So who's winning the ACC?
Clemson.
Okay. That's weird because you and Nino, some of y'all ideologies are lining right up. So, best football movie of all time.
Best football movie of all time.
Yeah.
We asking for the best and not my favorite. Okay.
They're probably. I think they're one of the same.
Like Remember the Titans is up there.
Okay. That's one I hear a lot.
Yeah. Trying to think of more off the top of my head, like football movies. I look at the
got like Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, Any Given Sunday is a good one. What's the Gridiron Gang?
Yeah, Gridiron Gang. You got
I feel like that's a good one.
The Replacements, Unnecessary Roughness.
Unnecessary Roughness. Longest Yard. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy The Longest Yard.
Okay.
The Adam Sandler one, not the original one.
That's a take.
The best one. Why is it another movie I'm thinking of? I can't. The wheels spinning in my head. I just don't know the name of this movie I'm thinking of. Football.
The program. You already? Did we say Any Given Sunday already?
Yeah. You said Any Given Sunday second. I'm trying to think of this movie. It wouldn't be number one for me, but it would definitely be like a good movie. Uh, I honestly Radio is what I was thinking of.
The train with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, I remember watching that in health class. You got the blind side. You got Marshall. We are Marshall,
We are
right?
Marshall. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. Uh, Favorite one though, Carter High is up there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
That
that
was a
was
good
a
one.
good one.
Oh, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights is actually what I was about to say number one
Yeah,
for best.
that is a really good movie. I like Friday Night Lights. You know, it's the program for me. I can watch that. I watch the movie every off season. I watch the program.
If I said favorite though, it'd be Longest Yard for me. I don't know why Longest Yard like I can just sit back and laugh at it all day.
For real, the program. I feel like the program got it right. I just feel like you can watch it today, and there's some elements today that still affects the sport of college football today from a movie that came out 31 years ago. Like I just feel like they got it right. All right, so but favorite sports movie of all time. We talked about the football ones. What's your favorite sports movie of all time?
Coach Carter. Favorite. Yeah, Coach Carter.
Coach Carter. Richmond. I like A League of Their Own is one of my favorite sports movies. Believe it or not.
I never watched that.
You never seen the joint? Tom Hanks, the baseball coach, the baseball movie. You never seen A League of Their Own?
Nope.
Oh, okay. The Sandlot is definitely up there.
Oh, The Sandlot is definitely up there.
Yeah, like The Sandlot is one of my favorite sports movies, bro.
Sandlot got to be up there.
Yeah, and then the program, and then Blue Chips.
Blue Chips is good. What about Hoop Dreams? Because I know it's your favorite basketball.
Whoa! If we including documentaries, Hoop Dreams is my favorite overall.
But, okay. Yeah. You actually know that's on HBO Max. I watched it like a month back.
Did you? How'd you like it?
It was pretty good.
It was sad, bro. Seeing his dad buy the drugs.
Yeah,
Arthur Agee, yeah, and he had the like $20 bill waving. Like it was.
They actually got their own podcast now, so
that's what's up. Like it was so edgy, bro. Like seeing him and then the dude he was hanging out with, and then the dude started getting in trouble. You know, seeing him go to JUCO and play community college.
And he was like struggling with the grades and everything.
Yeah. It was real, dog. You know, it was only supposed to be like a couple month thing, and he ended up staying with them for like 5 or 6 years, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
what's happening, Mo?
I ain't gonna lie, best sports documentary might be The Last Dance.
The Last Dance?
Yeah.
You know I'm a Jordan guy. Speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? It's not up there for me.
Really?
No, it was great during COVID, but is it better than like Kobe doing work? No. Is it better than Hoop Dreams? No. Not in my opinion, bro. Like I don't know. It's for me the documentaries. Hoop Dreams is the measure for me. Hoop Dreams is the measure. But let's move right along. I got another show to do after this. Best pregame song or album to listen to before a game.
Pregame song or album to listen to. If it was my choice, it would be any like Cheeky song from like 2012, 2011 to
Of course.
That was my choice. So yeah, it would be about anything like not Finito.
Mm-hmm. I'm not listening to Finito. You're not listening to Finito before a game. Yeah. And it's crazy. I know what that song is, but it's only because of you and Moon. I know what that song is.
Yeah, it would have to be like a Cheeky song from like 2011 like, between 2011 and 2013, like just any song.
Okay.
For All the Lights.
All the Lights?
Yeah,
that's a great record. That's a great record to listen to before a game. For me, when I was playing, it was DMX. Anything DMX. If it's on, it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like that joint, I don't know what it was about that song, but it was just like it was like Ready for War. So any of that Rough Riders anthem, any of that was just like my go-to was playing. Now, if you were playing now, what do you think some of the songs people will be listening to now?
Like you talking about artists right now?
Yeah.
I mean, people gonna be playing Boss Man D-Lo.
I just heard of that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but I just heard of him.
Hey, dude got some of my favorite sports bars. Like,
Really?
I got some funny sports bars.
Oh, they ain't put him on man yet.
Honestly, I don't think it's to me. I think I think lots of up and coming artists now suck, and the ones that are good don't really like. They aren't getting me hyped for a game, basketball, football, baseball, anything like. They aren't getting me hyped. You know, I mean, some people. I mean, you know, Rondo said he used to listen to R&B before games.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, something different. So
yeah, just like in the the mafia style movies, they listen to some cool ass shit before they go kill somebody. It ain't gangster, but it's gangster. You feel me?
Yeah, like if I had to choose an artist, it'd probably like I probably like listen to like Lil Durk, like New Future feature on his YTB Fat song. Or be like one of his like newer songs.
What about the old days? That's something I feel like I zone out too.
No, I feel like that's more of a like I'm riding, I'm chilling,
right? For real,
you know.
Yeah,
I'm chilling, I'm riding, or I'm just in my room thinking, like reminiscing or something like you know.
Right. That I feel like that's something that's like that type of song that keep you like grounded, like to remember what you do this for, type of ordeal. So who throws for more yards this year, Caden Salter or Joey Aguilar? It's a tough question.
I looked at it, I was like, I think it's Caden Salter.
What would I say?
Oh, what'd you say?
Oh, no, my fault. You saying you think Caden Salter throws for more yards this year?
Yeah, I think it's Caden Salter, but I think it's close.
I think it'll be close. It'll be real close. That will be a really good game.
300.
Yeah, we're talking plus or minus 250 yards, maybe. But no, nothing over 500 yards. That's a tough one. I'll go with. It's hard for me to go against Liberty because they showed me so much love. So I'm gonna skip that question. Better record this season: Boise State or Texas State?
I think Texas State. I think Boise State might have the harder schedule. So I'm gonna lean Texas State. Maybe I didn't take a good enough look at Texas State's schedule before the show, but
so you think Jordan McLeod will get it done?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to see him a lot last year as well.
Like maybe I didn't take enough look at Texas State schedule before we came up here, but I did look at their schedule and I did look at Boise State schedule. I'm taking Texas State.
Texas State. I know you.
Boise State end up like doing really well. Also, like
right. If you can run the ball, you play good defense.
You got a chance.
Yeah, that's a winning recipe. So we're gonna get into the bulk of this conversation that we have for roughly this next 10 to 15 minutes or so. Into the news. Heather Dinich of ESPN put out a piece on 30 teams with the best chances of making a college football playoff, and they are as follow. And Jalen, per usual, I don't agree with a lot of this. Georgia's number 1, best odds. Oregon, second best odds. Number 3 is Texas. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 5, Penn State. Number 6, Notre Dame. Once again, this is not rankings. This is the 30 teams with the best chances. Number 7, Alabama. Number 8, Missouri. Number 9, Tennessee. Number 10, Oklahoma. The Oklahoma thing just don't make sense to me. Number 11, Florida State. Number 12, Michigan. Number 13, Clemson. Number 14, LSU. Number 15, Kansas. Number 16, Kansas State. Number 17, Texas A&M. Number 18, Ole Miss. Number 19, Louisville. Number 20, Miami. Number 21, SMU. Number 22, Boise State. Number 23, Arizona. Number 24, UTSA. Number 25, NC State. Number 26, Auburn. Number 27, USC. Number 28, Oklahoma State. Number 29, Utah. Number 30, Texas Tech. Jalen. How do you feel about this list overall? Who was left out? Who was overrated and who was properly rated?
Take USC out.
Of
Take
course.
Texas Tech out.
They played fireball at the end of the season the last couple of years.
Take Ole Miss out. Due to our bet, take Ole Miss out, KT. Take Ole Miss out.
So take Miami out then too, right?
Yep, take Miami out.
Okay.
I mean, I even see them in here.
There's a team that's rated way too high, Jalen. Who is it?
Oklahoma.
No, but close.
Really?
No.
I think Oklahoma's rated too high.
This team is rated way too high, and you're probably overthinking it.
Kansas?
No.
I think Kansas is too high.
No. Notre Dame is rated way too high.
Really?
You know what?
I'm finna go Penn State
they only have
Dame,
one.
Honestly.
They only have one way in.
Yes, they do. But
they only have one way in. They only have one way in.
I think Penn State is more overrated than Notre Dame.
But they have two ways in. Notre Dame has one way in. They can't even be an automatic bid in. They can only be an at-large bid in, which means that they have to be 11-1 and better, in my opinion.
I feel like Notre Dame can get
maybe 10-2
with 2 losses.
It'd be
hard for them. I feel like they can get in for 2 losses.
So you're going to take a 10-2 Notre Dame team that didn't play in a championship game over a team who finished 10-2 and played in a championship game?
Why they got to play in a championship game? A 10-2
a conference championship game. Conference championship should mean something, right?
Yeah, it should.
So okay. Do you have that same ideology for Oregon State and Washington State?
Yes, but I don't believe Washington State or Oregon State are competitive.
Yeah, for sure. Notre Dame is a good team. I also didn't see Liberty on this list.
Yeah, Liberty should be on here.
I didn't see App State on this list. I don't see. Boise State is on here. Memphis isn't on this list.
Yeah, Memphis is being slept on.
How? So like some of these?
Do you think what they? Oh, never mind. They say Memphis. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, that was because we're looking at chances to make it, right?
Yeah,
of course. Group of 5 is only one way in, but I think that path is
one way or 2 way. You can win. You can be the highest ranked.
You could
be good enough.
You could. Per Rich Clark. There's 2 ways. There's one way. But I like that way of getting in. Hey, you just got to be the best G5 team.
Yep.
I like that way of getting there more than I like Notre Dame's way of getting there. But you know why? Because it's an automatic qualifier.
It's automatic.
Yeah. So I like that way. So in my opinion, a Liberty will be ranked higher than them. In my opinion, because I think they have a higher chance to win, the group of 5 or Memphis, who's not even on the list. How do you omit Memphis? How is Memphis not on this list?
It's ESPN. Are you surprised?
So how do you feel about Oklahoma being 10?
I don't like Oklahoma being 10. I don't think Oklahoma's.
Should they be on the list?
No, I don't think they should.
Okay. Give me a Power 5 team that isn't on the list that should be on the list.
Isn't on the list that should be on the list?
Yeah, that isn't, but that should be. Yes.
Let me look at these teams. Oh, Auburn, I don't think should be on this list.
I agree. It might be a year too soon.
Yeah.
And it really comes down to Peyton Thorne. For me anyway.
I mean, hopefully hopefully Thorne don't play like how he played in my rookie where we do like 16 interceptions.
That's a great one. JMU is gonna be in the thick of things. So for me, I like a lot of these group of 5 teams chances than I like a Notre Dame chance, or that I like a Texas Tech chance. App State, I'm big on them this year as well. So, because when you think about routes, how many ways can you get in? You feel me? It's like, how do you feel about Texas being higher than Ohio State? You cool with that?
Yeah,
you're Texas fan and all that.
It's one spot. I feel like I trust Ohio State more. I'm not a Texas fan at all.
Yeah, okay. Everybody think I'm a Texas hater and an Ole Miss fan, so there goes that.
I don't mind it, but I would have Ohio State higher.
Okay.
You feel like I was gonna ask you, like Syracuse could be like that Power 5 team that because
Only reason I say
the
no
schedule
is
is
because of statistics
yeah.
show, year one of a coach, this isn't his players, even though he was able to get some marquee players via the portal. But yes, in our thinking and how we analyze the game, absolutely. But from an ESPN perspective, I get it. But why is USC on the list? Like, can somebody please explain that to me?
It's the brand. It's the LA media cartel. It's the brand.
I
Like
think USC has a higher chance to not be bowl eligible than they have a higher chance of making the playoff. Is that disrespectful?
I don't think so. I mean, unless the DC is just that good this year, and the offense is just that good this year, and Miller Moss is just this dude. Like he can play like how he played every game, like how he did in the bowl game where he had like what 6 touchdowns. Yeah, my problem with this list is that it's 12 teams. I mean 30 teams.
Right.
It's not 30 teams that can compete.
Right. Because I mean, I don't know. Because how do we feel before? Like, I felt like in a 14 playoff, you probably had 12 teams that could probably make the 14 playoff. Legitimately, I feel like that's how we felt. So I feel like they use the same metrics. It's 12 spots, 12 times 3, 36. They just went with 30 teams. So who is below 15 that you feel like have legitimate chances?
Below 15.
Yeah,
that's a better
question
than a Power 5 team left off. Because then I feel like all if I mention a Power 5 team like Nebraska,
right?
Problem is they probably win 8 games
for sure.
Best. So for it's
sure.
like
for sure, because Utah's way down at 29.
Yeah, Utah's down there. Oklahoma State is down there.
Am I disrespectful by saying that I like Utah and Oklahoma State's chances and Arizona's chances? And I just listed 3 teams from the same conference more than I like Notre Dame's chances. Because after you had that conversation with Rich Clark, I had to do some deep thinking and some deep digging about how do I honestly feel about Notre Dame chances. Of course,
because Notre Dame just has 5 through 12. They don't have
that's
one.
They don't have
that's
their only
shot. They have 5 through 12,
and they'll have SOS. They'll have SOS. But can we look at their schedule and say they're going to automatically win 11 games? 11-1 will get them in. Will 10-2 get them in?
I think it could.
That's the question.
I mean, the thing is that Notre Dame has that brand behind them.
They do have the brand. They have the brand exposure. They have the prestige. Everything that we think about when we play college football. College football 25. They have it, but it's a difficult route. So, would you be comfortable with playing with Notre Dame on Heisman, with the schedule that they have on college football 25, and your chances of making a college football playoff, or would you be more comfortable with the Liberty or an App State or a Memphis or a Boise State?
Probably
because you just like, I got to be the best Group of 5 team.
We just got to be the best Group of 5 team. We got.
I'm going to schedule FCS non-conference games.
Yeah,
it's
easy pickings.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma State and Utah are too low. I feel comfortable with Oklahoma State more than Notre Dame. I don't know about Utah.
Okay. How are we feeling about Arizona?
I don't know.
Because I'm high on them based on what I seen last year. Yeah, I watched a lot of Arizona games, but
they lost their head coach.
Yeah. After Big 12 media days, I was like, I don't know. And they're my choice to win the conference, and I don't like backing up from my choices. But in all fairness, fall camp is where I make all of my claims. You know what I'm saying? That's where I make all my statements. That's why I felt strongly about Florida State last year. I felt strongly about Bama. I felt strongly about Georgia, and I felt strongly about Michigan. And at some point on this show, and probably on Overreaction Monday, I will announce the 12 teams that I believe that'll make the playoff.
I ain't gonna lie, KT. Notre Dame got a great chance to make it to the playoffs.
Run me their schedule.
So first game, they're at Texas A&M.
That's a guaranteed win.
No, then you got NIU.
Hold on. Let's not skip Texas A&M. Who's their head coach? Mike Elko.
Elko.
Who knows Riley Leonard better than Mike Elko?
Riley Leonard's parents.
For 200, please, Alex. Oh, okay, I like that. Okay, continue. So, but you're giving them the win for that game.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
NIU,
Okay.
second game, North Illinois.
Okay. So
Purdue,
2-0 by your book. 3-0 by your book. Okay.
Miami of Ohio,
Where that game at?
at Notre Dame.
If it was in Oxford, I'm not picking them. I'm saying it's gonna be a good. They have a good team. Matt Salapak, a guy that I interviewed last year, me and Mo interviewed last year. They have. They're a damn good team, bro.
And
They're a
Notre
damn good
Dame was
team. They
thrown to
play.
me
Matter of
up
fact,
there
they
by
went
like
to. They
teams
went
that
to.
they should beat.
They went to exactly. We saw what was that Marshall a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was Marshall.
And we seen them go to Detroit last year for the MAC Conference Championship this past year.
Louisville.
Who they got next? Okay, they should win that game.
Then you got
by your book. I'm not giving them that Texas A&M game until I see.
Then you got a bye week.
Okay.
Then you got Stanford.
They won that.
Then you got a trap game in Georgia Tech.
Where they game
at Georgia Tech?
Is that Bobby Dodd? Oh, I don't like that game for Notre Dame. I don't like that game for Notre Dame.
But you know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a person that says I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but I definitely told like Steve, it's like I don't care about road games.
Right.
If you're a good team, you're a good team. You're gonna go out and perform.
The elite team is business as usual. Yeah. But we seen like teams lose to Vandy recently. Like good teams lose to Vandy recently. But that game at Bobby Dodd, well-coached team, you and I both huge fans of Brent Key. Got a chance to see him at ACC Media Days. He clowned me a little bit, said I was thinking about a question for a year. It was all in good fun. I don't like that game, but go ahead.
Then you got Navy.
Okay.
Then it's a bye week. Florida State, Virginia, Army.
Is that a neutral site game, the Florida State game?
It doesn't show up as a neutral site game.
Is it home?
It doesn't say at, so I'm guessing it's home.
It's a neutral site game. Oh no, it doesn't say at. Okay, so it's a home game. Okay.
Then you got Virginia. Then you got Army.
Okay.
Then you got USC.
By that measuring book, right? They should.
No, I think the Florida State game might be neutral because I looked at tickets and Florida State was not available at that.
It's I remember it because we did a list of the biggest games that ESPN did the list and we covered it. This is early on. We're on episode almost 60 now. This is probably like episode 5 or 6 that we had did this. But based on that schedule, they can go 11-1. I don't think they'll go 11-1. But
they also can't go 10-2.
What 10-2? Well, yeah, 10-2 in that schedule.
They'll have to beat Florida State. Okay,
so with a win in Florida State and a win against Texas A&M, but then what 2 teams are they losing to then? Yeah.
I'm guessing it'll be like a Georgia Tech and maybe Louisville or
okay. So yeah, we can say that can possibly get them in, but that schedule is set up for them to either run a table or go 11-1. That schedule is set up for them to either run a table or go 11-1.
Yeah.
So I guess my opinion, now that you've read the schedule, I guess my opinion on their chances have changed a little bit. They're still increased.
Yeah.
I still like having, the automatic qualifier, them not being able to have that automatic qualifier. That is interesting, man.
Yeah, USC gets that Lakers love. They get the LA love of, oh man, Lakers can get any free agent they want.
Right.
Oh man, we can trade for Zach LaVine, bro. Y'all broke. Y'all can't trade for no damn Zach.
Y'all can't do that. Jalen, you watching the Hall of Fame game tonight?
No.
I got a customer of mine that comes into the store. I wanna shout him out. He's a huge Bears fan. I actually look forward to seeing him because I see him on Sundays mostly, and then at least one day during the week. And on Sundays, he always see it when we thugging it out. It's like me and one other person. It's a bunch of orders. I don't care. We talking football, dog. And that's what we do. Like the other day, we was busy, so everybody was giving me the side eye. We talking about college football 25, dog. He said here in like year 2029, him and his buddy, they got a dynasty that they do. He said he uses Virginia Tech too. So shout out to him. One of the few Bears fans I know. Jalen's also a Bear fan, so shout out to Jalen as well.
Hey, you funny. You funny.
Go ahead, Jalen. Take us home, man.
Yeah, I'm not watching. I actually know I probably tune into a little bit of Hall of Fame game, maybe like first
Yeah.
quarter type
How,
stuff.
how, how many snaps you think Caleb will get tonight? You think he'll get a
I think they
possession?
confirmed that he's not playing at all.
He's not playing at all. They get 4 games. I figured games 2 and 3 he'll
Let
be
me get
playing.
3.
At least
No, yeah, they do get 4 because
the Hall of Fame game you get the one extra game. I saw something funny today. And shout out to D-Now. I told you D-Now is like my source of all news and information. He's so great at finding stuff. Rumor has it that Rudolph if Will Levis got into a fight at camp today.
Rudolph, like Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, Mason Rudolph and Will Levis got into a fight at camp. I'm gonna pull this up because what he said was funny, dog. So I don't know if this is true. This is just a rumor mill.
Yeah. I wish Caleb Williams was playing. You know, he Jay Cutler 2.0.
This is what the rumor mill says. Breaking news. Fight is broken out between Tyson's quarterback Mason Rudolph and Will Levis. After Rudolph threw a quick touchdown pass, he returned to Levis and said, "You about to be the sorriest backup in the league and should be making subs at some way." And then an infuriated Levis slapped Rudolph with the open-handed slap and left the team in a scuffle. I don't know how true it is.
I don't think that because I don't think Mr. Rudolph actually say that. That sounds fake.
But the competitive nature, like I'm not here to be your backup, bro.
But it's the subway line.
Yeah,
the backup line is fine, but the subway lines with
it's like that. It's like that. With Jimmy Buckets and what's my guy's name? Please tell me you heard that rumor, dog. What's Tyler Hero? Reportedly, they got into a fight. I know you heard this rumor, Jalen. I'm not even a basketball guy. So in the playoffs, when they lost, Jimmy Buckets just kept saying 0 for 27. No, he kept saying 7 for 27, right?
Yeah.
And then they said Tyler Hero got mad because he went 7 for 27 against the Celtics. They said he swung, and Jimmy Butler said 7 for 28. He swung and missed. I'm like, dog. If that's true, dog, that's the funniest thing that I've heard, dog.
Have you ever heard about the Harden and CP3 one where Skip Bayless actually got baited and mentioned it on live TV?
No, I haven't heard this one.
It was about,
I love these stories, by the way.
It was a fake report about James Harden left crying practice because the CP3 and the rest of the team was like making fun of his man boobs. So that man Skip Bayless said that on live TV, like he held that against Harden. It's like, bro, that's not true. What the hell? That's just not true.
Hey, dog, it's funny some of the rumors that you hear, and it's just like, of course, I'll be thinking a lot of it is true, but then you're talking about people been millionaires for a while. Like think about it, Will Levis has been a millionaire for a while, and he's entering his 2nd year in the NFL. He's probably been a millionaire for 4 years now. But yeah, I thought that story was funny, man. But yeah, go ahead, take us home, bro.
Yeah, Caleb Williams and Jay Cutler 2.0. I ain't saying that in a bad way. He got closer to Jay Cutler than he get Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair. Yeah, it's like what's buddy name that played for the Celtics? He said, "I am closer to LeBron James than you are closer to me." He can shoot, but it's factual though. Shoot, white dude, because everybody used to call him a bum. I think
he's on the team now?
No. Back in the day. It's yeah.
Oh, Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah, Scalabrine. He said, "I am closer to LeBron James than you are closer to me." I love that line because he's 100% correct. Because people think they can go out there and beat Scalabrine. Scalabrine gonna make every shot. Like people don't watch NBA pregames, bro. These players are missing.
I mean, bro, I've been seeing Shaq make open threes and
I'm like, these players don't miss, bro. Like, think about it. We can go to the rec, bro. Cool 5'4" we think we hot. You were 5'4" open shot.
Game.
Yeah. Like these dudes don't miss, bro. So I love that statement.
Actually,
I'm closer to LeBron James.
Not D1 camp. My brother went to a camp and I was there with him. D1 player Colin Boswell played for Illinois. Dude made like 9 threes in a row. He made probably like 10 middies in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like a not miss. It was like a clinic of not missing. So,
right.
And I don't think he's on NBA draft board. So
Right,
actually, he's not on
right.
NBA draft
So
board.
that tells you how far that separation is.
Yeah.
So you calling Brian Scalabrine a bum because he don't get no bump? He will cook you. He will come to your rec league and embarrass you. He will look like Michael Jeffrey Jordan in your rec league, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Patrick Mahomes just Jay Cutler 2.0 as well. Hey, people don't know. Patrick Mahomes.
You feel like trolling? You
Jay
feel like
Cutler.
you feel like trolling, bro? Like,
I'm not trolling. I'm being dead serious.
In a trolling mood, bro.
He's Jay Cutler with less turnovers, KT. He's Jay Cutler with less turnovers and better coaching. I'm telling you.
You are a Bears fan, bro.
Like,
I promise
I'm being
you're
dead
a Bears
serious,
fan, bro. Like,
KT.
you can't say stuff like that, bro.
I'm being dead serious. He's Jay Cutler with less turnovers
and
better
don't get me
coaching.
wrong.
That's it.
Jay Cutler has a guns. He's a gunslinger, bro. But when he was good and he was a good quarterback. But come on, bro. You talking about like Patty Mahomes? When it's all said and done, bro, and as great as Tom Brady, right. And as great as Tom Brady has been, Patty Mahomes may be the GOAT when he retires. Like he's in that type of era, dog. You know what I'm saying?
He's Jay Cutler with better football IQ and better coaching. But he's Jay Cutler. He's a better version of Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler put it all together.
Who's the worst team in the NFL?
You said what?
Who's the worst team in the NFL?
I don't know. I'm gonna just say the Jets because we own them.
Okay, who had the first pick in this past year's draft?
The Bears.
The Bears? Okay, they're not the worst team.
The Bears.
Now the Jets aren't the worst, bro. What are you talking about? Name an actual sorry team in the NFL.
The Panthers. Boom.
Perfect example. You put Patty Mahomes on the Panthers, they're an automatic playoff team. If you put Jay Cutler at his best on the best team in the NFL, they're not guaranteed the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, the Super Bowl champion. On the best team, you said?
Yeah, on the best team, they're not a guaranteed Super Bowl champion. It's one of those statements, bro.
Depends on the coach. KT, if he got Andy Reid, they're a Super Bowl contender.
Well, Andy Reid had struggles. You know, he
did.
Struggles, yeah, but you know. But come on, bro. Like, I mean, Andy Reid hasn't won a Super Bowl without Patty.
Yeah, but I watched Jay Cutler on the Bears.
Bro,
the Bears held him back. Jay Cutler didn't hold the Bears back.
Bro, we are closer to Jay Cutler than Jay Cutler is closer to Patty.
We're not, KT. We're not. I'm telling you.
We're not.
Patrick Mahomes and Caleb Williams are just Jay Cutler 2.0s. They're like different era Jay Cuters.
Don't make that comparison, bro.
Just don't. Dead serious when I say this too.
I know you're serious, but don't make that comparison, bro. Just don't.
I've seen Caleb Williams before, and it's Jay Cutler. Like I've seen Caleb Williams before, and in the Bears uniform at that.
Caleb Williams doesn't have an opportunity to do what CJ Stroud did last year.
Caleb Williams doesn't have an opportunity?
That's what I'm asking you. He doesn't have an opportunity to do what CJ Stroud did last year in Houston.
He does. He isn't better than CJ Stroud.
I'm not arguing that. But I think the Bears could be a playoff team this year.
I think they could, depending on how,
especially with the seven spots.
Yeah, I think they could. I mean, they competitive last year, but yeah, I mean, but like I said, I've seen this. I've seen Caleb Williams before, and it's Jay Cutler. It's probably Jay Cutler with a little bit more legs. That's it. I'm being dead serious.
So if you could build a quarterback, Jay Cutler would be in there for arm talent, huh?
Jay Cutler might just be Jay Cutler without the turnovers will be the perfect quarterback. Yes.
All right. So one, I've always liked Jay Cutler because he was like a diabetic, and it's super hard to play that sport, being a diabetic. Because you ever seen him like prick his fingers on the sideline? Mm-hmm. So I've always liked him, but it's like this. Like LeBron's cool, bro. LeBron top 3 player all time, bro. But why y'all gotta compare him to Michael Jeffrey? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying just don't compare him to Michael Jeffrey, and we cool, dog. Like we cool. LeBron is one of the all-time greatest players to ever play the game. Why do LeBron fans feel like that's a disrespectful thing to say? Because it's not. He's one of the greatest to ever play the game, bro.
You know, I got a good would you rather question too, by the way.
Go
For the
ahead.
next episode.
You gonna save it for
Yeah.
Monday, or you gonna throw it out there now?
I mean, if we might have another 20-minute discussion.
Okay. Go ahead and take us home, man.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, your latest video is fire, by the way, man. I gotta clap it up for you.
Yeah, I kind of
you
did
that.
Similar
and you get views on that thing too.
Different approach. But I tried to put like, I was like thinking like, okay, yeah, like KT gonna remember this from back then, or KT gonna remember this. Like that's what, and I
because people don't know how dope that Lindell White was, bro. And I'm glad that you gave Lindell White some love in that video.
Yeah, and I said he would have been Rose Bowl game MVP if they won. For sure. Like, for sure.
I still don't know what Reggie Bush was thinking, dog, with the lateral. Yeah. Buddy did a no look Steve Nash circa 2005 pass. Like, I'm like, buddy, what is you doing? Me and my dad watching that, like, what is he doing?
Yeah, like, I also like oh no, when I put in like the clips like Keith Jackson, like it was the open like the 2000 like the Keith Jackson clip.
You hit home with Keith Jackson, bro. It's no better. There is no commentator. There's nobody in what we do. I'm taking over Keith Jackson. No one. Not even the great Dickie V. Not taking nobody over Keith Jackson.
Like the only one that could be in the conversation.
He has a seat at the table for sure. Especially when Duke was Duke. Hey man, I got in an argument with somebody who had a North Carolina shirt on today. I said, I thought she was cool till you came in here with a Tar Heel jersey on. Like,
yeah, no. Like, I don't know when I put like the little clip of Keith Jackson saying like USC. Texas, the 2006 Rose Bowl. Like, I put that clip in there. I just thought it was cool. Cause I'm like, people might comment like, "Oh man, Keith Jackson like was cool." Like,
you chills, man.
And I know you like, so I'm like, yeah, like KT enjoy this. Like
one of his greatest calls was Desmond Howard striking a pose. I forgot what he said. He said something, and then hello Heisman. He was just so eloquent, man. And then he hit one of them whoa Nellies. We get college football this month, by the way. We get college football this month, Jalen. We've been grinding all off season. This is episode 59. We get college football.
I need to come a week later. I'm trying to do a couple preview videos. I'm trying to do like a long preview, not long preview video. I'm trying to do a throwback video. So I need to.
I think we need to dedicate one of these episodes to our predictions for the year.
Okay.
Who wins each conferences, group of 5 conferences, who's in our college football player. We need to dedicate one episode to that and then explain our stake. I might even dress up for that episode.
Yeah, so okay. Last team close this out. Rasheed Wallace is a top 5 talented power forward of all time, and he's the most underrated player of all time.
Skill set, yes.
For
sure.
Like, Rasheed Wallace.
Players who had to play in Chocolate City when Chocolate City was Chocolate City. You know, I grew up right outside of Chocolate City. DC, late 90s, early 2000s. You ain't getting nothing done. Like Gilbert Arenas is even talk about that. You're not getting nothing done. It's too much to do here.
I think because I was watching Game 7 of the 2000 conference finals, Trailblazers versus Lakers. And I've actually watched that whole series.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost money on that series. I lost $5 to this girl.
Bro, I think it was like Game 4, Game 7. One of the two was like, commentator was like, man, Sky Pimp is a good 3-point shooter. He's one of the best in the league, and he's like 33%. I'm like, this is so funny because that's a bad 3-point shooter.
Now it shows you how far the game has come.
Yeah. But I think it was Game 7. Yeah, it was Game 7 where it was like there's nobody on the floor that can guard Rasheed Wallace, basically what the commentator was saying. Like, nobody can take on that matchup. I'm like, yeah, like Rasheed Wallace low-key might have been the best player in that series during that series.
Yeah. And you see the intel he learned, and he utilized that a few years later with the Detroit Pistons.
I always hate when people be like, "Oh, the Pistons didn't have no All-Stars that year." I'm like, bro, Rasheed Wallace was the All-Star before that year. Like, I get it, they didn't have no All-Stars that season, but Rasheed Wallace was that dude.
Yeah. That team just made one pivotal mistake, and it happened in the 2003 NBA draft because all they needed was a certified bucket. Think about it.
Should have picked Kirk Convery.
Billups
She was a
could,
crowd.
Billups could get his shot, but he was just a two-way player, right? Rip needed motion to be able to get his shot off.
Yeah, Rip
Barty
was
he gonna run 5 miles every game.
yeah, Rip
Then
was
Wallace
crazy.
couldn't get a shot off. Rasheed was probably the only one that can get his shot off consistently. You get Melo to add him with the defensive-minded team. He's able to just focus offensively and get you buckets. We're talking about a dynasty that could.
You also
have
had like
been.
Lindsey Hunter come off the bench who can
Yeah, I
guard.
remember Lindsey. I remember Lindsey Hunter.
Who can
Lindsey
guard
Hunter
what?
was a good ball player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can guard 94 feet. You had Duncan Darvingham, who he's in
Yeah.
he is the most liked person now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had what's my guy's name? Okor. Mehe Okor from the Jazz. He was like a rookie that season. Yeah. So yeah, that team was good.
Have you watched the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals when Bron became Bron?
I've always watched highlights, but I haven't seen the full game from that series.
You haven't. You got to go find that, bro. Yeah. I couldn't believe what he was doing.
I actually just rewatched the 04 finals.
I was wrong about him, right? Like I thought Melo was gonna be the better player, bro. I mean, I got to see Melo win a natty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I actually got the
Did you watch that one with Jerry McNamara and them boys?
Yeah. I watched that natty. I watched the 04 finals of Pistons versus Lakers. Or rest of the finals.
Really good series. That's when I was working at a Christian basketball camp, believe it or not.
Yeah, like when it comes to like I actually do go back and watch like old basketball games and everything. But
you can see how much the game has evolved.
Yeah,
like as far as the spacing is concerned, watching games in the late 80s and mid 80s is hard to watch. Like
I don't watch a lot of games from the mid 80s. Like
think about how difficult of shots they were taking. Like it's all packed in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's basic. It don't pull up. It's like 3 hands in your face the moment you shoot, bro. Like it was difficult. The degree of difficulty was crazy.
I haven't watched too many games from the 80s. Like Jordan era and above is the thing for me. Like
like go watch DJ, bro, from the Celtics, bro. His game was
Dennis Johnson.
His game was so ugly, but it was necessary back in the 80s. Like Celtics don't win some of them championships without DJ.
We actually need a DJ. Also, fun fact before we head out, the reason why Ray Allen started. Do you know why Ray Allen started wearing sleeves? Because peep this, he didn't wear sleeves when he first started with the Celtics. The 08 conference finals, he was playing Rip. Rip start scratching him up, so he was like, "I'm wearing sleeves."
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you can take us on there. You can.
As I always like to say, there are no more victories in the sport that survive in advance. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. Welcome back. It is National Casual Day for everybody who's missed what's been going on in the off season.
I tell you in the club.
Stop playing with me. August 1st is National Casual Day. We've held you guys down. Next episode will be episode 60 on Mondays. And I got on Monday, and then me and Jalen got to figure out when we're doing this prediction episode.
We probably gonna do it like the Monday or Thursday before,
right before the week zero. Week zero. I think that's a good chance. That's a good thing. Got an announcement to make. Moon will be at Georgia Tech for fall camp. I'm going to Virginia Tech for the Virginia Tech Media Day on Tuesday. So I'll be giving you guys coverage from out there as well. You all take care.